Next inductor, please welcome the real deal, Joel Davis. Joel Davis will be inducting the late great Public Enemy, Rocco Rock, and Johnny Grunge.
Thank you all for being here tonight, here at the New England Hall of Fame. Joe Bruin, what a hell of a job this guy's doing, huh? When I got the word that Joe asked me to take care of business here and induct Public Enemy, it was an honor. I knew Mike and Ted really well. We did some traveling, and we worked for the NWA New England with the late great Tony Rumble. So we'll go ahead right here into the induction. Inducted the Team Extreme, the late great Johnny Grunge, and Rocco Rock, known as Michael Durham and Ted Petty, and Rocco is also known as Flyboy. Johnny started in 1987 in the business. He worked as Johnny Rotten, and he also worked as the Equalizer Zap with Zip. They were two-time international world-class championship wrestling tag teams in the Savoldi's organization. Johnny actually was managed by Jimmy Hart, and he always was a hardcore wrestler. Rocco Rock, the Flyboy, debuted in 1978 as the Cheetah Kid, and he also had a prior boxing career. Rocco was managed by Todd Gordon and Kenny Casanova. In '93, Johnny and Rocco tagged up to become the Public Enemy. They were naughty by nature and violent by design. They were in the UWF. Later in '93, they went on to the ECW to become the four-time ECW Tag Team Champions, which wasn't easy to do. That's right. They were known for the hardcore wrestling using tables. Power bombs through tables. They called it a drive-by. Johnny Grunge would throw Rocco into an assistant somersault senton. And one time in the ECW audience invaded the ring, and the ring collapsed with Johnny Grunge and Rocco Rock, because they liked to party. In '96, they went on to the WCW, World Championship Wrestling, one of the biggies. They defeated the Harlem Heat to win the WCW Tag Team Championship. They were the Tag Team Champions in the WCW. Not easy to do. They left in 1999. Briefly, they went to the ECW one form, and then they went for a run in WWE. Then in July '99, they went back to the WCW and they did a pay-per-view, The Bash at the Beach. After the WCW, they hit the indie group, the X-Wrestling Federation, and they named themselves the South Philly Posse, and they were managed by Jasmine St. Clair. In the early 2000s, they worked in many indie organizations, such as the National Wrestling Alliance New England, when I got a chance to meet Ted and Mike. And I remember working a match with these guys. It was me and my partner, Ralph Lano, and we were being jobbed out, I'll admit it. And Mike asked me, Johnny Grunge asked me, he says, who wants to take the table? I said, he can take it if he wants. And Johnny said, you know what, he said, what I'm going to do is, you charge at me, I'm going to send you over the top rope, you take the bump on the floor, and you sell it. I sold that son of a bitch all night. I let that go, and heard the table go, and Ralph took the table. And I stood right there through the cell, and Grunge and Rocco went over as a tag team for the NWA. It was a television tape, and they were getting a push. It was great to work with those guys, even though I didn't work too long with them. I mean, it was a quick match. And also, Johnny and Rocco held other tag team titles together. The I-Generation, they held that twice. They held the MECW. They held the NWA US, the TCW, the IPW, the MCW, and they also held the SOW Tag Team Championship on 2 occasions. Johnny Grunge was a part of the Cauliflower Alley Club in 1995. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Hardcore Hall of Fame, in 2007. Rocco Rock was part of the Cauliflower Alley Club in 1995. Rocco also was inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Hardcore Hall of Fame in 2002. And Rocco Rock has it's a invitational Mid-South IWA every year. It's a tournament for Rocco Rock. It's a memory for Rocco. And Rocco and Johnny both passed away, and I hope they both rest in peace. I love those brothers, and they were a great team. I remember some road trips with these guys, and I remember being a fan. I was a mock of the Public Enemy. I loved seeing them work because they were colorful, and you didn't know what they were going to do next with all the hardcore wrestling that they brought to the ring. And you know, you heard that song when they came out, da da da, naughty naughty naughty, we's like the party. Those hands went up there, that's it. Those hands went up there. Yeah, that's right. Lottie Dottie, we like the party. And Johnny Grunge and Rocco Rock would have loved to be here today. And again, thank you for everybody for being here today. And that's Johnny Grunge and Rocco Rock, Tag Team Extreme, the Public Enemy.
And we're going to make sure that those awards get to the families of both Rocco and Johnny Grunge.